To me, dancing is pure freedom. That's why I love it. I'm allowed to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and I'm able to put my effort into something I really care about and I really enjoy. I don't mean that as in I don't enjoy a lot of other things, but dancing has a special place in my heart because I've grown up doing this thing, and it's something that I feel like I can really expand on, and I can express my creativity as well as my emotions. I started dancing at the age of 4, but back then it was more of me doing rolls and flips on the floor, and that was because I did gymnastics. I think gymnastics kind of opened up the doors to a lot of things that I do today. Gymnastics does the cartwheels, the handstands, the front rolls, the back rolls, and that kind of bleeds into the breakdance area, and that's really how I started dancing. I started off with breakdancing. Around the 8th grade, I would say I began trying to do my fair share of recording a dance video, which is basically a music or a song, and my own choreography. And I watched a lot of videos on YouTube of people doing dance videos, and I was like, oh, I want to try this. Like, this is something I want to do. And so ever since then, I've been trying to create, my own dance videos. And obviously, at the start, I would say it was terrible. In 7th and 8th grade, when I tried to do them, they just, they look pretty amateur, mediocre, not even mediocre, just very, very rookie, With each dance video, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of heads that come together in order to make a dance video successful or good, for the viewers to think that it's something that they want to watch or they enjoyed watching. It's a process, it really is. The whole dance video kind of idea, it starts with something small, and you go through this long process until you can come with your final product. And I think many people don't get to see the whole process, and that's something that needs to be, someone needs to put a spotlight on that. And I don't mean that I want to show all the time, show the behind the scenes all the time, but I do think it would be nice if people get to see what goes on behind the scenes. So I guess we'll be showing the behind the scenes of the dance video that I've been working on and am going to shoot. It's a piece that I've kind of gone down an experimental route. It's something I've never really done before. First of all, the music that I'm going to be using is an original song created by one of my good friends, Lucas. Besides that, I also have another good friend, Cheng, who's going to be helping me with directing the video, the dance video itself. It seems it's like a really small project, but like I said, there's just a lot that goes into it, and hopefully we'll be able to show the audience what that's like.
Christophe always talked about like doing like a collaboration, doing a dance video or something like that together, like me making the music and him dancing to it and stuff. just never really gotten around to it. But yeah, it's cool. Like I'm excited to finally be like doing something like this, especially because we've been talking about it for the last like I don't even know, like 2 years or something. It's kind of like 2 different beats going on right now. I think I gotta change into like 2 different tracks, but I don't know.
Alright,
I'll just show you.
Yeah, let's just hear a little bit. And
let me just show you the first one.
Oh.
It's kind of this kind of part, right? And then
it's kind of future house.
Yeah, and then I've also got this other little part right here. For this one, I just started jamming on the keyboard and like, you know, like I just picked an instrument. Like what I usually do is I just pick an instrument, just start playing around with stuff. Like usually find some chords or something that like kind of gel together well with like whatever the sort of sound of like the instrument is, and just start going. So for this one, I just started with this kind of like harp sounding thing. Just sort of rolled with it with that, and after that, I kind of like felt like it was kind of bumping, so I just added a kind of like housey, you know, like drum track to it or whatever. Instead of something more like mellowed out, I don't know, like raise the tempo a bit. It wasn't exactly it, but like, you know, I just started messing around with it. I got to like that. I like the way that sounded. And then I just, you know, I usually, when I'm doing like drums and stuff like that, I just write everything in with like MIDI and stuff. I don't actually use the keyboard to like actually play it out. But most of my like melodic type stuff and like harmony, I almost always just use the keyboard and like actually play it out or whatever.
Oh dude, it sounds kind of like Daft Punk,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
So that's cool, that's cool. I like Daft Punk.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay, how about we keep the Daft Punk in, that synth in, and then that piano part too.
Yeah.
But the piano part just with like the kick.
Okay.
And then, I mean like.
And then like build into like the synth part.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's try that. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So it's
like a build up.
good,
It's like a build up. Okay.
And then it can kind of kick in with the kick.
Alright, let's hear it.
I got this kind of melody right here. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
I like that,
I'm not exactly sure what key I'm in yet, like, cause I'm still pretty like early on in the process, but it's kind of hopeful sounding, especially with like the little melody I came up with. The overall vibe of the song, I think I wanted to get sort of, I guess sad at some point, like musically, like I want it to sound kind of like everything's going down, but then it will sort of, you know, come back up and there'll be like light at the end of the tunnel or something like that. I don't know.
Being able to work with Lucas on this project is really cool. I think that I mean, like you said, we've always talked about stuff like this before, and it's pretty cool to have it come true. I'm pretty psyched for the video, or for the music at least, because, you know, it's completely original music. And for the concept, I'm not sure what I'm thinking about, but we kind of came to the conclusion that it's kind of sad, kind of hopeful. So maybe, you know, kind of mellow moves at the start when it's just the build up, and then when it kind of hits, it'll be more like powerful moves. I mean, that's for choreography wise. And I guess everything after that we just have to follow.
So when I've worked with Christophe, we've been pretty spontaneous with our projects. Usually he has music plan and a choreography plan, But everything other than that is quite on the spot. We figured out the location we want to shoot, the lighting, how we want to film it, and it's a lot of fun for me because it's a way to challenge my creativity on the spot, and I get to try out a lot of new things that I don't get to do when I'm just taking photographs or videoing for school events.
So the concept of this video is going to be kind of starting off with a more mellow kind of mood, so maybe softer movements, and then as the build-up begins and kind of hits the drop, I'm going to be doing more of bold moves. Even though I am the dancer, I'm the creator of the movements. You know, the director also has ideas and input.
So as you were saying, like the wavy movements, but then the change of mood, you know, that goes well with a change of setting, maybe literal movement in the video. So instead of being him moving in one spot, he actually moves around a location.
Usually for practice, what I do is I just put the song on repeat over and over on a speaker, you know, and just let it keep going, so I get a feel for the beats, for the notes that I want to hit. It really helps me. It does annoy a lot of people because it's the same song on the repeat, but you know, I mean, it's ultimately for my dance video, so who really cares, you know? It's for me, so yeah. So we just finished the dance video. I hope you like it. It might be a little underwhelming because, you know, it's not like a really big dance video, but I figured it'd be really cool just to have a mini movie about the process behind creating a dance video and kind of what goes on behind the scenes, the amount of work that's put into it. And overall, it's quite a long process to go from square one to start from scratch, but you know, start from the bottom. Now we're here and we're done.